that's not a knock on him. You've got Murphy, who's had 20 goals contributions. He's probably one of our poorer players if you was to put him technically on paper. And yet, if you took away his contribution, we would have been nowhere near Champions League this season. And that's when you're reliant on mid players to do a job for you. And I think that's the problem. And, nobody's right, nobody's wrong, because 3 windows without bringing anybody on, we are stale. The club is stale. And, for me, it's a case of what we do now in the summer is going to take a massive road then to get us through the next season. And we need 5 bodies, I believe.
But in hindsight, we've done well when it comes to it. Cards ended up falling our way, and we just got to embrace it. We gotta embrace it because But we need to definitely, and I'm sure Eddie Howe will do that, which is analyze everything that went wrong that we could have done right. And Eddie Howe after the match said that we weren't smart. We just weren't. And, so that's something to think about there. So what do you guys think then? End of the season? I mean, it turned out to be great, didn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, the tune is back where it belongs. Champions League.
If you imagine, we've just qualified for the Champions League and we've now got the cup final to come and we end up winning that. It's the best season we've ever had. But unfortunately, because we won the cup in March, it doesn't feel as good as it should.
But I think if you look at it, I think it shouldn't be hard to look at the whole season and actually, feel what an achievement, we've had this season. And especially when you look in the middle of the season where it didn't look like this was on. So I look at it and it's like, my God, what a season! Like what a finish!
Exactly.
And so I raise these points and these valid points, but I've still got got one side saying that, and the other side though is very much looking at it thinking this is absolutely brilliant.
Tom and Jerry with the devil.
Aye. That's not to say, obviously, you don't look forward and you don't look at, okay, what can we do now, etc. Obviously, you do that. But like I said, I can't help it. I think I said on the show, on one of these shows, middle of the season, so you might have to dig it out, but I'm sure I said on one of them, I think we're speaking to you, Win. I was like, we're not getting Champions League win. So there's me, you know what I mean? Like, totally proved wrong. Like, so,
and I was saying, yes, we are.
Aye.
After those first 14 games.
Yeah, I mean, 5th of December. If you look at where we were, 5th of December, exactly. I mean, you couldn't see Champions League back in December. It was impossible to vision that. We were all hoping and praying that something was going to happen in January. Well, you couldn't win, not from the way we were performing. I know you know, if you had the black and white tinted glasses on and you were looking at it from, as a fan, you're always going to believe that we can do it. But when you're looking at the performance levels and the way we were losing points to bang average teams, and I know this is a very difficult league. It is. There's no gimmies. I'm not saying it isn't.
Bang average teams. There we go.
But that's what I'm saying. If you was to now, okay, let me just put that in some clarity. How many times have we asked player for player who would get into the Newcastle team?
Yeah, right.
There ain't many that have gone and overpowered us regarding numbers, apart from props Liverpool, Man City.
Yeah.
And even then, we've got the best midfield, and we've got arguably Europe's best striker.
And that's what I mean. So
when he's in form.
Yeah. When you look at it, when we go player for player, we are again we're looking through black and white tinted glasses. I understand that because we all talk with as a fan a lot of the time, but you're still losing points against these bang average teams, and that's what hurts you. And like I said yesterday, I banked us with what was on, there and to achieve. It was a banker for me. There was no issues until we started playing. And it wasn't the fact that we wasn't playing with any, guile. It was a case of what are you trying to get at the end of this game? Why are you trying to put a ball through a bank of 5 or 6 players, you know, into a 6-yard box that's crowded? Have a go. It doesn't matter whether it goes high and wide. Just have a go.
Just
You know,
move that twat.
I've noticed players getting frustrated with each other this season.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
remember Bournemouth away. Isak was literally shouting in Longstar's face, "Fucking play me the ball! What's wrong with you?" Yesterday, Cher was like, "Murph!" He screamed in his face.
Yeah, don't forget to smash the like button. It helps us a lot to keep growing. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, activate all notifications, that way you get notified every time we go live. And don't forget, you can become a member, get exclusive content, access to all of our live shows on demand at the time that you want. Also, of course, giveaways every month, sometimes multiple giveaways a month. So stay tuned for that. Check it out. Help support the channel. It's a small fee. And of course, you help us and grow. If you hate the Mackhams, smash that like button.
To save the bleeding races. When we got the wheel put on, away we went again. But them that had their noses broke, they came back our him. Some went to the dispensary, and some to Dr. Gibbs's, and some to the informer.